Hi guys! Welcome again to Ijele Tube, where stories come with a twist of class and a dash of fun. One, let's explore like you've never seen before. Trust me, it's worth the ride. Please, be cool, Ejo. Subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification bell. One. In a small Igbo village called Umueze, nestled between thick forests and wide rivers, lived a humble farmer named Obinna. He was known for his kindness, his hard work, and his simplicity. Though not wealthy, he had something more precious than gold: his family. His wife Adaugo and his daughter Olanna filled his life with joy. Their modest home was filled with laughter, and their farm, though small, was blessed with fertile soil. But as the elders say, when the gods give with one hand, they take with the other. The trouble began during the annual festival of Amadioha, the god of thunder and justice. Each year, the village gathered to honor Amadioha with dances, songs, and sacrifices at his sacred shrine. This year, however, something felt different. The winds howled louder than usual, and the sky remained overcast for days leading up to the festival. Obinna, like everyone else, took part in the preparations. But on the morning of the festival, something strange happened. As he walked on his farm, he stumbled upon an object buried deep in the soil, a smooth, shining stone, glowing faintly in the early morning light. He felt an overwhelming urge to touch it, but as soon as his fingers grazed the surface, a bolt of lightning shot from the sky, striking the ground around him. Startled but unharmed, Obinna held the stone tightly. He felt an inexplicable power surge through his veins. His heart raced, and his vision blurred. When he looked at the crops surrounding him, they had doubled in size, lush and golden. It was as if the land itself had come alive. He quickly covered the stone and rushed back to his home, his mind spinning with questions. What had he discovered? Could it be a gift from Amadioha? A reward for his years of hard work and loyalty to the gods? But something inside him whispered that not all gifts come without a price. As the festival drew near, Obinna kept the stone hidden, saying nothing to anyone, not even his wife. That night, during the festival, the village chief, Eze Madu, made an unusual announcement. There has been a disturbance in the balance of the land, he said, his voice deep and grim. The priests have warned of Amadioha's wrath if his sacred relic is not returned to its rightful place. Whoever holds it must step forward, or the whole village will suffer. The villagers murmured in confusion, but no one stepped forward. Obinna's heart pounded in his chest, but he remained silent. After all, the stone had brought him prosperity, had it not? Why should he give it up? The following days, however, brought nothing but nightmares. At first, it was small things. Obinna noticed the river's water turning murky, the fish floating lifeless on the surface. Then, the crops began to rot overnight, despite the stone's earlier magic. Villagers complained of strange shadows lingering in the forests, of eerie whispers in the wind at night. Children fell ill and no medicine could cure them. Worst of all, Obinna's own daughter Olanna began to grow sick. She had always been a bright, lively girl, but now she lay weak in her bed, her skin pale and clammy. Her breath came in shallow, ragged gasps. The village was gripped by fear. Some claimed that the curse had befallen Umueze, that the gods were angry. Others whispered of dark magic at play, casting suspicious glances at each other. But only Obinna knew the truth. It was the stone. The gods had not given him a gift. They had given him a burden. Desperate to save his daughter and his village, Obinna decided to return the stone to where he found it. Late one night, while the village slept, he crept out of his home and made his way to the farm. But when he reached the spot where he had first found the stone, the earth had shifted. The hole was gone, and in its place was a shallow grave. Suddenly, he heard a rustling in the trees behind him. His heart raced, and sweat poured down his face. The night was too quiet. The air was still. He turned, expecting to see an animal, but there was nothing, just the wind. Or so he thought. As Obinna knelt to bury the stone, he heard a soft voice behind him. "Why do you run from your blessing?" Obinna looked around, but there was no one there, only the shadows of trees, long and dark in the moonlight. "Who's there?" he shouted, his voice trembling. The voice came again, closer this time. "You cannot escape what is meant to be." Suddenly, the ground beneath him began to shake. The trees swayed violently as if alive, and the wind howled like a chorus of spirits. Obinna clutched the stone, ready to throw it into the earth, but his hands froze. A figure stepped out of the shadows, tall and cloaked in mist. It was neither man nor spirit, and its eyes gleamed like lightning. "You have been chosen," the figure said, its voice both ancient and thunderous. "The stone was never meant for the weak. You accepted it, and now it is part of you." Obinna's mind raced. Was this Amadioha himself, or some evil spirit sent to torment him? He didn't know what to believe. "I don't want it," he cried, his voice breaking. "Take it back. I never asked for this." The figure's eyes glowed brighter. "The stone cannot be returned, but there is a way to undo the curse." Obinna's heart leapt with hope. "Tell me, I will do anything." "The life of the one you love the most must be offered in exchange. Only their blood will set you free." Obinna recoiled in horror. "No, I can't. I won't." His mind raced to his wife Adaugo and his ailing daughter Olanna. How could he sacrifice either of them? The figure's voice turned cold. "Then suffer and let your village die." Before Obinna could respond, the figure disappeared, leaving him alone in the dark with the cursed stone in his hands. He fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. Was this truly the only way? Could he sacrifice his own blood to save everyone else? For days, Obinna wrestled with the decision. Olanna grew weaker. the village descended deeper in chaos, and still he could not bring himself to make the choice. But then, one fateful evening, Adaugo came to him, her eyes filled with sorrow but understanding. "I know what must be done," she said quietly, "and I know the burden you carry." Obinna looked at her, his heart shattering. "I can't lose you." Adaugo took his hands in hers. "You must do what is right, Obinna. I am ready." That night, under the cover of darkness, Obinna led Adaugo to the shrine of Amadioha. His hands trembled and his heart ached, but he knew there was no other way. As the winds howled and the sky crackled in lightning, he made the ultimate sacrifice. But just as the blade was about to fall, the blinding flash of light erupted from the heavens, and the stone shattered into pieces. The ground shook violently, and the skies opened, pouring rain like the tears of the gods. When the light faded, Adaugo was unharmed, standing beside him in disbelief. The figure reappeared, now surrounded by swelling clouds of thunder and lightning. "You have shown true sacrifice," the figure boomed, "but the gods have chosen mercy this time." With that, the figure vanished, leaving the village in peace once more. Adaugo recovered, the crops thrived, and the strange sickness lifted from the village. The people rejoiced, but Obinna was forever haunted by the memory of that night and the knowledge that the gods could always change their minds. Did you enjoy the story? I know you did. To hear more, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post videos. Thank you.